I don't know the story of Molly Bloom. This is a
know.
true story,
Yeah.
and that's a crazy story.
Yeah.
And there's one thing we know about Sorkin is he never fictionalizes any true
Ever.
story.
No.
He's
This
known
is
to
gonna
be just
100%
100% accurate and never changes anything.
He actually wrote The Human Centipede. That's how it was so medically accurate.
What's going on today, guys? I'm Greg Elba with The Real Rejects.
And me, of The Real Rejects, I'm John Humphrey.
We're going to watch the trailer today for Molly's
Ender's Game. Gerald's Game.
Now Molly.
The game. For the love of the game.
This movie stars Jessica Chastain, Idris Elba, Michael
Cera.
Cera, Kevin Costner, Chris O'Dowd. There's a lot of people in this film. More importantly, it's written by the great writer Aaron Sorkin, and I believe this is his directorial debut.
Oh, boy.
I'm excited for
Sorkin
this.
is soaring into the director's chair.
I can't wait for him to be criticized and to be like, he should stick to just right.
I can't wait for all the people to come out of the woodwork and tell me why they hate and or love Aaron Sorkin.
I wonder which director he'll most take inspiration from of the many directors he's worked with.
Danny Boyle.
I'm thinking maybe a Fincher. I mean, it's a story about an Olympic-class skier who ran the world's most exclusive high-stakes poker game and became an FBI target. Sounds more like a Fincher movie to me.
That's a combination of a lot of ideas. Oh, man. Moneyball.
I'm Molly Bloom. Do you know about me? This is a true story.
You ran games in LA for roughly 8 years.
Yeah.
And then you ran games in New York for roughly 2.
I haven't run a game in over 2 years, not to spoil the ending. But that's when the government raided my game and took all of my money, assuming all of it was made illegally, which it wasn't. In
Really?
this room, you couldn't buy your win.
I'm all in.
You couldn't buy me, and you couldn't buy a seat at the table.
Movie stars, athletes, billionaires, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You're not taking a percentage of the pot.
No.
Keep it that way because you don't break the law when you're breaking the law.
Am I breaking the law?
Not really.
We're able to find out for sure, aren't we? Laws are written down.
She is so
Yeah,
beautiful.
you about your book and life rights.
I did.
You spent 8 years running the world's most exclusive, glamorous, and decadent man cave.
In the office?
Guarantee the publishers certain elements, then I can get you $1.5 million.
What kind of elements? I passed.
I'm just curious as to why you pass on what would appear to be the only way out you have.
You have to use real names.
Creative differences. The law that I'm accused of breaking defines gambling as betting on games of chance.
Yes.
Poker's in a game of chance. Poker's a game of skill.
Why does a young woman who at 22 has a gold-plated resume, why does she run poker games?
Your risk is nuts. You're gonna get blown up.
You got 2.8 million on the street right now. That money should be in your hands.
Just how deep into the Russian mob were you?
Whoa.
Whoa.
There's a new offer on the table. Complete immunity. We hand over the hard drive.
You've seen what's on those hard drives. Families, lives, careers will be ruined.
Why are you in this alone? Where are the people you're protecting by not telling the whole story?
It's not their names. I'm protecting Charlie. It's mine.
Tell me why!
Because it's all I have left. Because it's my name.
Whoa.
Dang.
Whoa.
Boy.
Jessica Chastain's so hot.
Idris Elba was so hot.
I think there's a lot of great actresses out there right now. And I think out of all the lists that I have of great actresses, I think Jessica Chastain's the hottest.
Okay, well, comment below and let us know.
Subscribe to The
who
Real
you think
Rejects, guys.
is the hottest. Jessica Chastain or Bryce Dallas Howard.
Or Michelle Williams.
Or
Which
Michelle
one do
Williams.
you prefer?
Or Michelle Monaghan.
Or Emma Stone, or
Em-
Jennifer Lawrence.
Emily Blunt.
Yeah, Emily. Yeah. In terms of directing, what I found interesting about the trailer is how stylized the directing was. And I feel like some of the cinematography, the director and cinematographer are different, they work together, but a lot of cinematography, there were certain lighting and angles that were like, that looks Fincher inspired.
Oh, yeah,
For sure,
yeah, yeah.
which would make sense because he's collabed with Fincher a couple times now. I was under the impression that, okay, because this is Aaron Sorkin and his dialogue is very much like a play and
Very
super
rhythmic,
snappy.
very snappy,
Yeah,
very
exactly.
specific.
That I thought like, okay, a lot of this trailer would probably be a lot of just, simple angles and a lot of talking. And then I was like, oh, there's a lot of like crazy angles and cutting around. And I know it's a trailer and the trailers do that, but it looks like the scenes in general have a lot of different angles and shots going on.
Yeah,
which I was impressed by, because I thought he would be one of the guys to have the approach of, I just really want the actors to just do their scene and I just want to capture it, you know?
See, I had the opposite instinct, actually. Just, I associate Aaron Sorkin with a certain level of energy and rhythm. I was actually not surprised at all to see that this is at least as a trailer, I don't know how the movie itself will play out, but as a trailer, it's bouncy, it's paced, it's all timed out to this music, and it's pretty dense. Like, there's a lot coming at you in not a huge window of time.
It seems like the way it's edited will be very snappy.
Snappy, yeah.
Very, and that's what kind of surprised me. Whenever I see like an Aaron Sorkin adapted thing, it's like, you know, I think of like West Wing or Steve Jobs. You know?
Yeah.
A lot of time it's just like a couple of angles and you're just really letting the actors do their job. That really impressed me in terms of the visual aesthetic that he was going for here.
Oh, yeah. And some of those explosion sequences, man, just look crazy.
And the gunshots, like, whoa, there's like some crazy
Sorkin's
action.
really pulling out the stops
the
this time.
drones. Yeah, it was crazy, yeah.
When Optimus Prime showed up at the end, really, top notch.
And it's a fascinating story.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about this until seeing this trailer.
He seems to be covering a lot, and it seems like how the narration will be told will primarily be between Idris Elba and Jessica Chastain, and cutting back a lot of flashbacks. For him to do poker, I can't think of a movie where Aaron Sorkin wrote like sequences of poker scenes.
Oh, I'm very interested to see
But
how
I'm
those
like, Aaron Sorkin doing poker scenes sounds great.
Yeah. I want to see this dude write Gamblers.
Yeah, with his with the kind of writing he does, I'm like, that seems like a perfect fit right there.
That seems like a playground. I mean, the cast all looks really good. I like this back and forth between Idris Elba and Jessica Chastain. I almost wonder if this movie's gonna have that thing where part of it is taking place with them just talking, and the other half is like seeing what all the events are and stuff like that.
I think it'll do a lot of cutting back and forth. That's what it looked like to me. It'll have that kind of cool, stylistic, semi-narration approach, but really she's just talking to Idris Elba in there.
Yeah, and that was sort of the main motif I grabbed from this, is them, sifting through these details together. It looks like they have great chemistry.
Well, they have a movie coming out this weekend called The Mountain Between Us.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
I've heard so many things
So many mixed things about it. Yeah. They really just seem like they're probably sleeping with each other. Their chemistry's too good.
Oh man, they would be the most beautiful couple in Hollywood.
They would be. Oh my gosh. What I love about Jessica Chastain is she's such a she's so great at playing powerful, strong women.
Yeah, well, and this one looks like she's brought another facet to that again, because the last couple of those roles I've seen her in have, at least in the trailers I saw, had sort of a cold edge. And this one looks like she's, a person more used to living the high life and more used to living life with a similar kind of rhythm.
She's still very competitive, though.
Yeah. She seems a bit more lively and a bit more electric in this role.
And the reason why I think she's so good at playing kind of these like tough, cold characters, because there's always a level of vulnerability underneath everything, and you see that in the trailer. You see that, and
you can always tell something's bugging her underneath the surface.
While she might be tough, competitive, at times a little ruthless, a little cutthroat, you could always see that there's a vulnerable person underneath all of this, and I really respect Jessica Chastain's work in performance areas like that. That's the extra layer you gotta have in order to understand why she is the way she is go to that level of vulnerability.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, and Michael Cera too, man. I mean, he's always like underneath that awkward, bubbly surface. I'm like, he's probably feeling so many things. He's not comfortable sharing them with the other characters in the scene.
I have a strong feeling Michael Cera might be a standout, and they're not really showing him in the trailer. But something tells me there's because he looks like one of those cool young poker players, and I feel like he's gonna have something in there where you're like, Michael Cera was really cool in this movie.
Hey man, Michael Cera resurgence coming back from Molly's Game.
All right, guys, what'd you think of the trailer for Molly's Game? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you excited for Jessica Chastain? What do you think of Jessica Chastain? Is she hot? Is she fugly? What do you think? I think she's hot. Idris Elba, who do you prefer? Idris Elba or Jessica Chastain? Michael Cera. Did you like him in Superbad? Do you wish he was a little more famous? Do you think Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is underrated?
Do you like his music on Bandcamp?
Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. Dat John Humphrey on Twitter and Instagram. The Greg Alba on Instagram and Twitter. And check out our Patreon. Become a Patron eject today. Flickbait.